Welcome to Hunter-Gatherer Cooking. I've travelled to Scotland for the second time to meet with Wester Ross Salmon. This time I'm digging deep, exploring the surrounding land, going underwater and asking the questions that I want to ask.
My name's Mark McLeod. I've been working for Wester Ross now for close on 10 years. I joined the company to do wrasse fishing and net mending. This is what I do full time now, is mend nets. To be honest with you, I find it quite therapeutic, just doing this job on my own. This net I'm working on is called a bird net. This net will go over the top of the other nets to stop the seagulls and any other predators coming into the pens and stealing the fish. So we have to mend them to make sure like the birds can't get into them. A lot of the damage gets done is when the boys are working out in the group and when they're putting them on to, they call it spigots. It's just wee spikes that stick up like that. So when they put them on, they're stretching everything and they're pulling everything. So I have to come along and check everything to make sure there's no holes. Because we don't want, I know we're saying we're trying to keep the birds out, but the other thing is, if you have a hole like that, or a bigger hole, the bird will get caught in it. So I have to make sure it's back to this sort of size to stop the birds getting in. Generally what they do, you leave them out there all the time, and we would kind of mend them as we saw the holes out there when we're working out there. It's just that this year we've just decided we're going to have a big overhaul and just get all these nets ready.
And a lot easier to mend here?
Yes, a lot easier for me when I can see it as it is, stretched out, and it's not an issue. You obviously can't walk onto the middle of the pen, can you? Because it's in the water. And they came up with a solution. They got me a little dinghy and they put it inside the pens. So I had to...
So you're under the net?
I was underneath the net, mending it, and a wee rubber dinghy, which they all thought was hilarious, but it's not the same. Okay. So what I call this is my headline. So it's the net, it's the outer part of the net, which keeps, and it's bound up with rope, which keeps it all together. So we work on this first, then I go and work into the centre and look for any holes that's in there. So you just start there, pick it up like that, do that. Go down again, because you don't want the mesh to come undone, okay? So that's me started. And then I have to come down here, but I've got to make sure I'm making the mesh the same sort of size. And then you go that way, and then I'll come back on here. Am I going too fast?
Yeah.
I'm actually going slow. No, it's not too bad.
I understand the principle of what
you're
doing. Give me £1 million, could I do it? No.
I'm sure you could. It's just a matter of
It's just tightening it up.
You don't want it too tight, because if you make them too tight, when the boys are working out in the group, if that's tight here and they're working over there, it stretches all wrong, and then it rips, and then they shout at me, can you come and fix it? So I've got to try and keep it the same size. See, roughly 4 fingers. Now, did I make it 4 fingers? See, I didn't use my fingers, but I know roughly how it's done. And at the end of the day, all we do with these nets, we don't do anything to them. We let the weather sort them out. We let clean them. We're not putting any chemicals. We're putting no pesticides, anything like that on them. We're just doing it natural. So nice, clean Scottish weather cleans them. And look how clean they are when they come out like that.